Hello Aquarius, welcome to your May 2017 astrology forecast with me, Anushka. This month we've got Saturn trining your ruling planet Uranus, and this is really positive energy. This is breakthroughs, this is positive change and positive transformation and liberation. And so for all of us, it's going to be affecting us on some level. If you have any planets in any of the fire signs, then you'll definitely find that those areas will be very much affected. But like I said, for all of us, this is the opportunity for us to honor what it is that we've built, what structures we've built up until this time, and also implement needed change and necessary change to reform whatever it is that needs reforming in our lives. We've also got the North Node moving into Leo, and that's going into your relationship sector, your one-to-one partnership sector. So I'll talk about that more in a bit. First off, on May the 3rd, Mercury goes direct, and so this has been in your third house. This is where it's been retrograding. You probably found that there have been issues with communication. Maybe you haven't been hearing back from people, or people have been not communicating very clearly with you. Maybe your emails, text messages have come later than expected, or there's been letdowns in communication. So this should all start running a lot more smoothly now, and you should be able to go ahead with plans and to make large purchases, to trust electrical items and travel plans a lot more, you know. So this is good energy. Mercury's going direct, and it's going to be in your third house until the 16th when it moves into Taurus. So, you know, with Mercury in Aries in this third house, it usually means that we tend to act first and then think about it later. So just be aware of that. Just be aware that the decisions you're making are actually for your highest good. On the 9th, we have the Sun, which is in your 4th house, and that's trining Pluto in your 12th house. So you could be getting some powerful insights into home and family dynamics, that kind of thing. You could be feeling inspired to change the home, to decorate, to transform it in some sort of way, but certainly there's a spotlight being put on home and family, and you're getting some sort of intuitive, maybe creative kind of flash as to what you can do within the home, if it's not insights into family dynamics and the kind of more intimate side of life. On the 10th, then, is when the North Node moves into Leo. So the North Node is basically, it's our Dharma, it's where we are to head in this life, and the South Node is what we're to leave behind. And the South Node is actually in your sign, Aquarius. So it's not so much about you anymore. Now, with the North Node in Leo, this is about relationships. This is about obviously it's about the balance between yourself, your needs and your relationships, but as it moves into your 7th house, this is about your one-on-one partnerships. And being in Leo, it's asking us all to connect with our heart and to truly express ourselves and bring forth our kind of our creativity and our true self-expression into whatever area of life it is in. So for you, this is in relationships. So this is asking you to show up, to connect to your heart, and to show up as who you truly are in relationship, and to bring forth the best of you, and to benefit not just others, but you know, ultimately this would benefit yourself as well. So there might be some amazing growth there. You know, I always think when we follow the North Node, that's where we can find the most growth, and we can learn really great lessons in a far more gentle way. Also on the 10th, there is a full moon in Scorpio in your 10th house. So this is bringing some sort of illumination to your career, to your work, what you do in the world. You could have some insights into whatever it is you're doing, and some realizations about, you know, how kind of fitting it is for you. Because sometimes, you know, we can spend time doing something, following something, and we're not too sure whether it's what we really want to do. Well, this full moon could help you get in touch with what it is you truly want to do. So there could be some really interesting insights there. At the same time, with the full moon, it can be quite intense. It can put our emotions on show. It could be that somebody says something to you that triggers something, and it's related to your work, it's related to your career. Just be aware of that. You know, if you do have any kind of emotional any kind of big emotions going on this day, then they'd be more likely to be shown out there to people, if that makes sense. You know, the 10th house is a very public house, so just be aware of that. You know, any emotional displays might be very much on show, but there could be real insights in terms of what you do in the world, what you want to do in the world. And that could give you some new ideas as to how to progress. Also on the 10th, we've got Mercury conjunct your ruling planet Uranus, and this is in your 3rd house. And this is quite innovative energy. This is very mercurial. This is very electric. This is very thinking energy. So you might be in your head quite a bit on this day, and you might just watch out for scattered thinking. But certainly there's a chance for perhaps interesting ideas to come to you, maybe through somebody else. Maybe you'll be talking to somebody about what you could do career-wise, and they might spark something that you hadn't thought of before. So that's a potential way that this could play out for you. And that's on the 10th, so quite a busy day on the 10th. On the 11th, we have Mercury in that 3rd house of yours, and that's trining Saturn in your 11th house. So this could see you communicating with somebody about collaborating. It could see you thinking about how you might be able to advertise your work, your services on social media. You might be thinking about how best to network, or what people you could align with if you're self-employed to get yourself out there. You might, so ideas will be coming up about networking. You'll probably be quite, your mind will probably be quite absorbed in how you can better align yourself with people who might be able to give you a leg up, or who might be able to make your product more seen. Once again, if you work for yourself. This could also have you thinking about the groups and friendships that you have, you know, the groups that you belong to, and reconsidering them, and maybe you're kind of wanting to, because Saturn's in that 11th house, so there's change, you know, it's trining Uranus, which I'll talk about more later, but there is change going on in terms of the groups you belong to, and how you think about, how you see yourself, how you think about yourself, and where that places you in terms of social status and the people that you surround yourself with. And so then on the 16th, Mercury enters Taurus, so it goes out of your 3rd house and goes into Taurus, and you're thinking now more about home. You're thinking more about family. You might be doing some reflecting on the past, that kind of thing, but you also might be thinking about what you can do to beautify the home a little bit more, and just make it a place of kind of slightly more comfort. You might be thinking also about your stability, your foundations. You know, how firm are your foundations, or, you know, is there work to be done there? So that's something that could come up. It tends to be that when Mercury moves into Taurus, our decision making is it slows down a bit, because in Aries it's a quick fire sign. You know, we tend to we tend to speak very quickly and then think afterwards. In Taurus it slows down a bit. You're going to be a little bit more considered, and if there is anything to be done in terms of work around the house, then you're going to take your time to make sure that you kind of get it right. And so yeah, so that's an interesting energy. The focus, your thinking will definitely be far more on home, family, and your foundation. Then on the 16th, sorry, that was the 16th. Then on the 19th is when Saturn, in that 11th house of yours, trines Uranus in your 3rd house of communication, siblings, short distance travel, and general kind of information garnering. So this, I mean, if you've had any upsets with siblings or anything like this is positive energy. There can be change, there can be some transformation that happens here in regard to your relationships with your siblings, or even with groups of friends, groups that you belong to. If you've been feeling kind of out of it in terms of, you know, your friendship groups, and as if you don't really belong anywhere, you don't really fit anywhere, this could see you meeting people or getting the opportunity to socialize with people, or broaden your horizons and link up with people who are supportive in terms of, you know, where you want to be going in life, who who are in line with that. Maybe they're people who've already achieved what you want to achieve. So this sees the groups and associations you belong to changing, and group activity is very much favoured at this time. So this is really positive energy, and this is making a grand trine with that North Node in Leo. So this is about relationships. It's about your one-to-one relationships. It's also about your friendships and your social circle. So there are changes to be made here. It's time to branch out, and it's time to kind of maybe find your tribe even. And this will probably be brought about as a result of altered thinking in yourself. Maybe recently you've been shifting your mental attitudes and how you see yourself, or shifting your kind of perspective and view of the world. And so as a result, you kind of realize that maybe the people that you once were friends with don't really fit into your life anymore. So this is a possibility. Then on the 20th, we have the Sun going into your 5th house, and Mars has been here for a while. This is shining a spotlight on fun, on creativity, on romance, on children. You're wanting to have fun, Aquarius. You're wanting to express yourself. You might be feeling far more in touch with your creativity, and romance it puts a spotlight on romance. So you might be feeling like being a bit more flirtatious and kind of getting out there a bit, especially for you single Aquariuses, and for those of you who are coupled, you know, there might be an opportunity for you to reignite some fun and joy back into your relationship. Not saying you don't have that already, but you might find that you're spending more time doing things together that you used to do but maybe forgot about, because we tend to get caught up in our day-to-day activities, don't we, in our obligations. This is followed by a new moon as well on the 25th in this area of your chart. So this is a fresh start. It's an opportunity for a fresh start in creative self-expression, in romance. It could be that you're picking up something that you used to enjoy doing, or an old hobby that's quite creative, or that you're just valuing having some downtime and time out to enjoy yourself more. And for those of you who are looking for love, you know, this could be a soulmate connection. This could be a flirtation. It could be, you know, could see you kind of feeling bold and brave and wanting to go out there and have fun and meet people, you know. So this is quite a nice energy. On the 25th then, we've got, oh, that is the 25th, sorry, forgive me. Then on the 31st, we have Mars in that third, where are we? In your 5th house, sorry, getting myself lost. We have Mars in your 5th house, sextiling Uranus in your 3rd house. So this is restless energy. This is wanting new experiences. So like I said, you're wanting to kind of have fun again. You're wanting to discover the joy of life again. Maybe things have been a bit heavy. Maybe, I mean, you've got Pluto there in the 12th house. There is change going on deep within you, behind kind of closed doors. So maybe now you're just wanting to have fun. You're feeling a bit restless. You want to get out and about. You want to have good times with people, and feeling quite flirtatious, feeling like chatting and meeting new people and having new experiences. So this is really lovely energy, and this will have you feeling quite lively and quite upbeat. So it's a really nice way to end the month, Aquarius. So I hope you've enjoyed your forecast for this month, and I will be back next month. If you want to catch up with me in the meantime, then you can watch my new moon and full moon videos for this month of May. Until then, have a lovely month and take care, Aquarius. Bye bye.